Terry, it's a great pleasure to meet you, first of all. How distant is the Imaginarium of Dr. Parnassus from the Imaginarium of Terry Gilliam?
Oh, I think it's probably fairly close. Because if I wrote this thing, I probably believe that's the way I see the world. It was just a chance to play again, to go to lots of different places, to do a film that isn't restricted to one time and place. And every time somebody goes through that mirror, their imagination changes the world into something interesting, what they need. And that was just fun for me. It freed me up. It was the first time I felt really free for a long time, because it's the first original thing I've written for a long time. So.
And you didn't storyboard it for a long time as well? I think you storyboarded this film, right?
Yeah, I know. It was good. It was just kind of go back to where I began. You know, so back to Time Bandits, really, and start drawing again, just playing. And it was great fun. And that's probably why it looks as it looks.
And even Monty Python. I mean, there are sequences that it's obvious. And one thing I loved in the film is that you still love making things explode. There are a couple of explosions in there that I recognize from somewhere.
Yeah, you have to blow things up. The devil, that's the devil's work.
Speaking of the devil, because I'm not going to have the chance to talk to Tom Waits, you'll have to compensate me for that.
Okay.
So, how's the man as a man and as a devil?
Well, I don't know. See, Tom Waits, I've said, is my living god. Actually,
mine as well. So
he's just phenomenal. I was saying, I introduced him the other day, and I said, the man who writes songs for the angels and sings with the voice of Beelzebub. And that's Tom. He's just the most wonderful, extraordinary, talented guy. His songs are just, they go everywhere. His thought processes intrigue me. And as an actor, as the devil, he's fantastic. When we put him next to Christopher Plummer, it's a wonderful double act. You take one of the greatest theatrical actors in the world and you put him next to one of the great musical talents of the world, and they sing together.
You have three generations of actors in this movie, because you have Waits and Plummer, you have Heath Ledger, Jude Law, Johnny Depp, and then we have almost newcomers in Andrew and Lily. How did you mingle all this together?
I just cast what I think are the best people for the parts. I don't cast because they're big names and are going to get us the money. Lily, I wanted somebody so extraordinary for Parnassus' daughter, and that's Lily. I mean, physically, she's amazing. And the fact that she was inexperienced was kind of a challenge. It was the dangerous bit. I've always got to do something with a bit of danger. And she just came out brilliantly. Andrew, he sent me a tape of 3 different scenes, and each scene he played 3 different ways. I thought, this guy is so unbelievably talented. We've got to have him now. And that was it. So each one is specific to the part. And particularly someone like Andrew, the part was a very simple part, and he just made it into something so rich. But he was so inspired by working with Heath as part of what was going on, because Heath started ad-libbing a lot in this film, and he just was so alive at every moment. And Andrew, who had never ad-libbed before, realized he could actually keep up with Heath. And it was a wonderful little thing to watch the two of them work on each other. And I think after Heath died, Andrew just filled a gap that Heath had left there. Yeah, it was fantastic.
You filmed on location in London. How was the people's reaction to that, I don't know what you call it, carriage, the Imaginarium? I believe it was strange, probably, on the streets with that.
It was just like what you see in the film, this extraordinary thing, with horses drawing it through the streets of London. People just... Luckily, we did most of it at night, so it was in their dreams, maybe, or their nightmares.
This is before you are credited as the director. There is a credit that says that this is a film from Heath Ledger and friends. How did this idea came up?
Well, we were sitting around, the cast and some of the crew were sitting around one night, and I said, we can't call it a Terry Gilliam film. This is not possible. And we came up with Heath Ledger and Friends. Just seemed to be the perfect way of describing the film and how it was made, because if everybody hadn't loved Heath so much, it would never happen. This was friendship at work. It was a true credit.
Terry, it was a big pleasure. Thank you very much for everything.
Thanks.
Nothing's permanent, not even death.
The Imaginarium of Dr. Parnassus.